The eyes are the windows to the soul, as Shakespeare once said. For most of us, they are our constant companions, framing the world anew every morning as we get up. They shape how we think about the world and how we analyze and react to it. Every morning, I need to reach out and put on my eyes. Without these two small panes of glass in front of them, I'm so short-sighted I can't see anything further away than 2 inches from my nose. The world without these frames is a soft blur of shapes, colors, and light. There are no facial features, no definitions, nothing to recognize. Without them, you all look the same to me. We train ourselves throughout our lives to see what is in front of us. And all too often, this means that we become blind to what is not physically there. Lewis Carroll's Alice said, good, sensible Victorian girl that she was, "One can't believe impossible things," and was rebuffed by the White Queen, who claimed, "Sometimes I've believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast." What we believe is often impossible. We come here on a Sunday and watch an impossible story play out week by week. A child born of Mary, both man and God, who is the Word of God, who is with God and is God, who grows up and does impossible things, turns water into wine, walks on water, feeds the 5,000, calms the raging storm, and at the very end rises from the dead itself. All this made easier to believe, perhaps, because we didn't see it. We don't need to believe our own eyes, because we can put our trust in those who came before us. But if it were to happen again, would we believe these impossible things played out in front of our eyes? Or would we dismiss it as impossible? It must have been done with mirrors. We cannot believe our eyes. There is a cartoon by Gary Larson with 2 men stranded on a desert island. The caption underneath reads, "Bob, wake up! Bob, a ship! I think I saw a ship. Where are your glasses?" And in the foreground, his glasses lie on the beach, a little ship carefully painted onto each lens, while the speaker hides his paintbrush behind his back. An image of the impossibility of hope. Without the ship, there is no hope. Just the image of the ship is hope. Although as readers, we can see all too clearly that any hope here is false hope. Although, with cartoon logic the way it is, that ship might turn out to be real after all. Remember Wile E. Coyote assiduously painting a tunnel on the side of the mountain, only for the roadrunner to dash straight through it? And having watched this neat reframing of his painting, Wile E. Coyote tries to follow, and either runs into the painted cliff, or worse, the front of an oncoming train. By reframing the image, we change the meanings behind the image, the bits we do not see with our eyes, but with our souls. Because our eyes can change more than how we see things. Look around you at the fantastic decorations laid out for Christmas. This time of the year is always a feast for the eyes, for all the senses, all of which has a danger of distracting us from the message behind it all, the coming of the light of the world and the expectation of that second coming. The simplicity of a birth in a stable that becomes all these lights and trees and decorations, symbols so brilliantly bright they can blind us to the meanings behind them. We are waiting for Christ to return, and when he does, it will be as impossible to believe, as impossible to comprehend, as difficult to trust our eyes as it was for that first coming in Bethlehem. St. Matthew the evangelist talks of the eyes in his gospel. The eye is the lamp of the body. So if your eye is healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is unhealthy, your whole body will be full of darkness. If then the light in you is darkness, how great is the darkness? The lamp of the body, the source of our light, and, as before, the window to the soul. When our eyes meet, our souls touch. And I like to think, to hope, that if Christ were to return tomorrow, it would be by his eyes we would know him. Thank you.